So today's video tip, we're going to work much more on your short game and see if we can start getting these balls up and down a lot more consistently. We're going to look at some good basic technique to help you get a little bit more feel into your short game shots. And second thing, I'm going to use what I call my two-step rule, which is going to make it a little bit easier to get consistency on how the ball reacts on the green and get the results at that end. So what was interesting, I've done a few videos now, and when I did, I think, my 50-yard pitch shot, there's a couple of comments about, well, you can't teach feel. And I think, wow, I mean, that seems amazing that you can't improve your sensation of how you're playing the shot. And for me, that's massive, okay? We're only looking at a little shot here. What we're going to do today, we're going to use what I call my two-step rule, and we're going to play 3 different shots, okay? So we're going to play what I call a little standard little shot, just missed the green, and I've got a little bit of area to get over, get it onto the green. We'll play one over a bunker, and then we'll play one where we've got a lot more green to work with. And for me, they're all shots that you've got to feel the shot. You've got to sense the shot. So really important that we start to do that. And because we're looking at a shot with a lot less power, the biggest thing I want to create is a feel for the idea of the shot, but also a setup that feels less powerful. Okay, I think that's really important to understand. So let's just look at the shot. What we got here? We've got a little shot. We've only got to go probably 15 paces to the hole. We've got a little bit of rough grass. The grass is pretty good this time of year. And then we're on to the green. So we're going to use what I call my two-step rule. And the two-step rule is basically this. If you can do it, and sometimes you can't, but if you can do it and you want to get that ball next to the flag, land the ball at least 2 steps onto the green. Now, there's a reason for this. Okay, I don't know many golf courses where the greens are not the best surface on the golf course. They are the best surface. So if you can land the ball onto the best surface, the chances are you're going to get a better bounce, a better result from that. So wherever you're playing from, if you can land the ball on the green, please do it. What you'll see with these 3 shots that I'm going to play, I'm going to use this two-step rule. So it's simply that. Land it at least 2 steps onto the green. Now, another reason why you do that, if that is exactly where you need to land it, we're only human beings. If you underhit this slightly and land it a pace on, you're still landing on the best surface on the golf course. So again, you'd expect a decent bounce. If you're looking to land it right on the very edge of the green and you miss hit that and now you catch the fringe, it could take all the power out of the shot. So when you get to a shot, choice of club, can I land that ball 2 paces onto the green? That's what we'd like to do. Now, let's use a little bit of feel here. Okay, we've got this shot. And again, first thing I would get you to do is sort of imagine the shot. You've got to feel the shot. So what I say to golfers, if you're going to throw a ball onto that green, how would you throw it? Now, most people on this shot, because it's not a big, powerful shot, they'll go quite narrow with the stance. They'll do a little underarm throw, land it around where I said, and we can see the ball rolling up within 2 or 3 feet of the hole. Okay. Now, you will get the odd person who'll be standing here and he'll get it and he'll try and throw it up into the air high. But I'd say majority on this particular shot, their eyes see there's no trouble. I can just take the ball, I can just pop it onto the green, little underarm throw there. And you can see the ball coming in, I don't know, around about knee height. So it's not coming in way up in the air. I think that's the important thing. That's this shot. In a minute, we'll have a go over a bunker. We have to change the idea. So we're looking at that, and that's important to understand. So go with your feel. If you stood next to your ball and you imagine you're going to throw it, what would you do? Again, when you throw that ball, first thing we're going to feel, you'll probably go a little bit narrow your stance, a little gentle underarm throw to throw the ball through. So similar idea when you're now going to play the shot. I don't want to stand here with a big powerful setup thinking, right, how am I going to control this? I want to start feeling how am I going to be nice and feel of the shot and land that ball 2 paces onto the green. So I've chosen just a standard pitching wedge to play the shot. Golf clubs over the last few years have become what we call a little bit stronger, which basically means the loft has become a little bit less. When I was growing up and playing golf, I'd probably hit an 8-iron here. But actually an 8-iron and a pitching wedge now, an 8-iron from 30 years ago to a pitching wedge now, not too dissimilar in loft. So I've learnt that the golf club has changed. I then haven't had to change my shot. I've just chosen the right club. Now again, I don't want power. So I'm looking to land this 2 paces on. So straight away, look at what I'm doing. If I just turn this way, I'm going very narrow in my stance. I want to make sure the ball goes forwards. So if anything, I'm going to play the ball just a little bit slightly nearer my back foot. But my hands are only going to be relative to the ball. Let's turn at that angle there. We're only talking maybe a ball width ahead. So I'm not, again, pushing my hands way forward. Just subtly there. I want the loft that I've chosen. Now I want to feel the shot. I want to feel nice and soft. So the other thing, I want to get a little bit closer to the ball. If I get closer to the ball, that also makes the swing for this length of shot a little bit more upright. So I go narrow, I get a little bit closer, grip down the club, straight away now it feels more like a putting stroke. So I can control that. Think about how much power you put into a putting stroke. Just play the shot. There we go, landed it 2 paces on, and we've rolled approximately 2-3 feet past the hole. Now, this is the important thing if you want to improve your golf. You've got to go and practice the shots. I'm happy with that shot, but I'd like it to be better. So if I want it to be better, I want to go through that technique, and I want to do it again and again. So again, just going to play the same shot, look at my 2-step rule, land it 2 steps on, just pop it forward. That one, I only landed it probably a step on, and I've ended up 6 feet short. It's not a bad shot, it's just I've got to play it more, I've got to do more of them. As you do more of them, your mind will see the shot clearer, you'll do it again and again. So from there, just that little shot, visualize my 2 paces on. That one's a bit better. So played those shots and I've ended up 4 feet past, 3 feet past, and probably about 6-7 feet short. So it's a shot, I've got the idea, I'm using my feel, so I've gone narrow with my stance, I want to feel the shot, imagine I'm throwing it underarm to get the sensation of the shot. I'm creating a setup that feels less powerful. It's a feel to the shot. Go to my 2-step rule. From experience, that's just a pitching wedge. You'll see in a minute when I have to play over a bunker, we'll change that shot. But I'm going to stick to the same ideas, the feel and the 2-step rule. So it creates consistency. I'm not going to the shots and changing my mind from shot to shot. I'm keeping that level of consistency. Okay, let's have a look at going over a bunker and see how we're going to play that and use those same ideas. So I've moved over to now the shot that's going to look, and we're going to chip over a bunker. We're going to go back to that idea of throwing the ball first. So in this situation, I can't do what I did before. If I go low, the chances are I'm going to hit the face of that bunker. It might roll back down. Okay, so now I've got to go a little bit higher. Where am I going to land this? So if I land it 2 steps on, how am I going to throw this ball? So a little bit more up and down. And you can see straight away to do it, what have I done with my feet? I've gone a little bit wider, okay? Because I'm thinking I've got to get a little bit more energy making it go up. Now, we've chosen a club. We've gone from a pitching wedge, which has got probably about 43, 44 degrees of loft. I've now gone to a sand iron, lob wedge type club, so we're looking 56 to 60 degrees. So straight away, the golf club is designed to do it for me. But I'm sticking with the same rules. I'm thinking land it 2 steps on. So now what I want to do, I'm actually going to do a similar setup. I might just go fractionally wider. So whereas I was very narrow with that little pitching wedge shot, I'm just going to go a couple of inches wider. Again, it's feel. Sense what you're doing. Feel 3 feet. Does that give me a big enough base to make a slightly bigger swing? So this is all a little bit trial and error. You've got to find what works for you. But I'm not actually changing the technique in respects of I'm going to play that ball pretty central to maybe slightly back in my stance, favour my hands, the front of the ball. But all I've got to do, it's a similar length shot to the one we played over there. I've got to put a little bit more of a swing on it because this is going to throw the ball up into the air. But we're only talking 20% more. So we're not saying, oh, I've got to thrash this. I'm not trying to help the ball up. I want to let the club do the work. So have a little bit of a practice swing. Feel the shot. Again, we're back to that word, feel. I'm focusing on my 2 steps on. And from there, can I just play that shot? So you'll see a little bit bigger swing. Pop it up. Okay, well, again, like we had earlier, didn't give it enough. But because I didn't look to just land it on the green, and I underhit it by 2 paces, if I'd done that before, I'd have probably rolled back into the bunker. So it wasn't my best shot, but I'm on the green. So again, chance there, 2 putt it, I'm down in 3. So let's learn from that. I need a bigger swing. Okay, a little bit more commitment to the shot. Let the loft do the work. Yep, went down to that nicely onto the green, and now we're rolling down within 4 feet of the hole. So you can see there's 2 of our 3 shots we're going through. Haven't really changed the technique that much, okay? Because all I'm thinking about is get the feel to get the shot. If the technique stays consistent, your shots will become more consistent. Don't feel because you pick up one club against another, you have to do something completely different in your technique. What we're looking for is a consistent technique, but as we said, 44 degrees of loft there, 60 degrees of loft here, you can see the difference in how the ball's reacting. Okay, so we're going to do a 3rd shot. We're going to do a shot now. We've got loads of green to play with. what sort of club we're going to use there, how we're going to feel that shot. So we're on to our third and final shot around the green. So we've played a pretty standard little pitch onto the green, shot over a bunker, and now we've got a shot, we've got loads of green to work with. So let's go with our ideas, okay? We're going to start with that feel idea, throw a ball. Okay, if you get the opportunity, get out on the course, learn the shots. Don't just go out and just expect it to happen. So throwing the ball, what would I naturally do from here? Well, my brain's saying I've got loads of green to work with. I'm going to roll it along the ground. So I'm going to get down lower from there, and I'm going to roll the ball along the green. So straight away, my mental picture was to keep the ball low. I didn't think I needed to throw it way up in the air. Okay, so that makes the decision of choice of club. I've decided on this shot, it's an A-time. So I'm choosing a club with under 40 degrees of loft. I want to get the ball moving forwards. Now, you might get out here, and I'm all for this, if you find we're only, 3-4 paces off the green. If this is immaculate, putt it. If you're happy doing that, I get a lot of golfers say, well, that's cheating. I want to use a proper club. A putter is a proper club. Okay, all I'm doing here is taking an A-time and looking to get it over that little bit of trouble so I don't get the inconsistency of what that's going to do. Now I'm going to look at my two-step rule. Probably in this case, I don't need to worry about it so much because I've got probably 60, 70 feet of green to play with. So if I play it correctly, I'm not going to land it short anyway. So this is a shot I want to guarantee I'm 2 steps on. On this occasion, I'm probably going to land it a good 10 paces on. So that's not so much of a problem in that respect. But again, feel. I'm not looking for power. I'm probably going back because I've got a more powerful club in my swing. I'm now looking to feel ball like the first shot. So I'm going quite narrow my stance. Let's turn this way again just to show you that. Quite narrow my stance, a little bit more upright, and I'm gripping slightly down the club. And those factors are going to make it like a putting stroke. Again, it keeps the swing simple. Now, I'm going to learn a little bit from my throw. If I can get it as close as my throw, I've got that about 2 feet from the hole. I saw it break down the green. So now I want to focus on that. So I'm just feeling the shot, sensing the shot. Let's see what we can get. Just pop it forward. Popped it nicely onto the green. And that's run down. Yeah, well, that's my best shot so far today. So I'm happy with that. Probably got it within 18 inches of the hole. But again, it's not just doing it once. Practice the shot. Have another go. If you can repeat it, you might find, for some reason, this shot becomes a consistent shot you can play. You might use it a little bit more often. That's fine. Okay, keeping it nice and low. Running down. Yep, probably 7-8 feet away. So I probably think for my level, I'd like it a couple of feet closer. But over the 2, I've got 1, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get down in 2. And that's an opportunity to get down in 2. So there's my technique. Again, I'm feeling the shot. Sensing through my arms, softness, pop it forward. That sounded a better strike. That's run down, and the weight's really nice. I've got that within 4 feet of the hole. So, feel the shot. Use that idea. What would you do if you turned up to a shot and you're going to throw the ball? Would you throw it high? Would you throw it low? Majority of people, if they don't need to throw it high, will throw it low. So play your golf shot like that. But if you do practice and you're really happy playing the high shot, play it. Play your strengths. Ultimately, have both shots. That's going to make it a lot better for you. Then when you've got the inconsistencies that you get around the green, your shots will actually become more consistent. So that's really important to feel that. Think about my 2-step rule. Land the ball at least 2 steps onto the green. Why? Because the green is the best surface on the golf course. So you're going to be very unlucky if you don't get a decent bounce. Greens here at Corinthians are immaculate, really good. So I know if I play the shot correctly and land it on the green, it's going to work. With the amount of rain we've had this time of year, we're nearly into June, the fringes are quite thick because we've had loads of rain and it seems to stick in that. So this is an even bigger reason. Land that ball on the green. Then the key thing, practice the shots. Go and experiment. I've shown you 3 different shots. Low shot with an A-time, standard little pitch with a wedge, higher shot with a lob wedge type club. Practice all 3 and you'll be amazed how then you miss that green, it won't bother you because your brain will say, I've got the options. So really important to go out and practice these different shots, and it will make your game a lot easier and a lot more consistent. I hope you enjoyed that tip around a little bit of short game today. I look forward to seeing you soon. If you've enjoyed it, please share this video with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.